So Kate, after 2 minutes, will you give us 2 dings on your dinger? Very good. And then after 4 minutes, can you give us 4 dings on your dinger?
I feel like I'm going to get it wrong.
That's very good. And after 6, can you do the 6? That's really good.
Yeah.
You can do a coda if you like. And because actually there's going to be 3 of us, because David is also going to come up and speak to you. So you've got 3 guest speakers for the price of...
1.
Actually, we're not being paid, are we?
6,000.
And I just want to say, I don't know whether any of us lot consider ourselves celebrities, but I consider Pete a celebrity. God bless you. Anyway, so finding rhythms. I'm starting now, honestly. Finding rhythms. What are the 3 R's? Okay. Here are the 3 R's to do with prison and the last stage of the criminal justice system, or at least a stage that isn't really there. Because one of the R's is recidivism, or people who come out of prison and repeat a life of criminality. That stands at just under 50%. So we should be interested in making sure that doesn't happen. We should be interested in having safer communities, and we should be interested in having, holistic people who can discover themselves without crime in their lives. That would be rehabilitation. That's the 2nd R. And the 3rd R is rhythm. Because Finding Rhythms is a charity that goes into prisons and discovers people's musicality along with them. So they don't go into prison and do, I don't know, Gilbert and Sullivan or The Sound of Music. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with that, but this is all about going into prison and actually finding people who are interested in making music and probably haven't made music in any of the rest of their lives. And suddenly they have this thing which they didn't have before. They also get an HND. They also actually record a track with professional musicians, and those tracks are actually released on albums, and some get played on the radio and may well lead to careers. I actually discovered a long time ago how important music is in prison. Well, actually, any distraction which actually... Imagine being in prison. Can you imagine being in prison? It's a trap. I know that there's a reason why you're in there, but how do you spend your days? How do you find your way out? All right. Okay, time for music.
I'm only doing this because I had it on me anyway. On purpose, but I wanted to. The reason I thought I'd play is because just to demonstrate how instant it kind of was when I went in and did a thing. We just did that, basically. I went into the prison and Robin called me and said, will you go and do a workshop? Because I do lots of music workshops in the prison. So I said, okay, that sounds different. And I did, and I was expecting it to be quite, I was expecting there to be a bit of time before it kind of warmed up. I thought it was going to be, because I'm used to teaching in colleges, higher education colleges, where if people actually bother turning up to the lectures, it's a miracle. And then once they do, you ask them to come and play, and they're like, oh, God. But this was completely opposite. This was like, we're desperate to, we've been thinking about, they were saying to me, I've been thinking about this couple of hours for a whole week, because it's their only moment when if they've got any musical talent whatsoever, they're just kind of desperate for that window to get it out. And so the energy was incredible, and I thought there'd be a bit of a time before we started getting things moving, but it was that quick. It was just literally start playing something, and then within 2 hours we had a track that we'd finished, which I just thought was incredible, really, because it takes me a week to make a track, and we had a track done in a couple of hours, and then I got a call however long afterwards, not long afterwards, saying, okay, we've got an album. We've done an album now. So like, wow. And then, okay, the album's being played on the radio, and this album's out, and here's the album launch. Okay. I was amazed.
Sorry, now, You ought to have David. Please put your hands together for David. And David, you have been in prison and you've been in one of these workshops. So would you like to talk about what that's like?
Yeah, for me basically, before I come to prison, obviously we all love music, and I used to obviously sing in the shower before, and obviously like so, sing in the car, you know. So when this opportunity presented itself to participate in the music course, everyone was a bit sceptical at first, because a lot of courses in prison are kind of boring. So I took part in it, and it happened to actually be one of the best things I've ever done in my life. So before, I didn't really have confidence to sing, you know. I thought like everyone else hyping my show. As the week went on, we managed to produce an album with and there was a couple of tracks on the album that I really liked. And I can actually see it being played on the radio, to be fair, you know.
And what's happened since you left prison to your music?
Well, music-wise, I saw how good it was to work with professional musicians. Like someone like Bob, who was absolutely, I was absolutely taken away how good he was on the piano.
He's the musical director of the whole project. So
I decided to teach myself a little bit on the piano, decided to record tracks outside of prison now, and I think it's something that we should do a little more of, like not just in prison but out of prisons as well, because a lot of other people need to hear obviously the talent that's within prison, you know. And I think definitely that you should invest your money.
How's the rest of your life since?
Well, it's been amazing. I managed to get a job within 4 months, and I'm playing football as well on Saturday. And what I obviously like to do in my spare time, I like to obviously make my own music, and it's just been amazing, to be honest.
And actually, just before we go, very quick, I just would say that you should listen to some of the CDs, his tracks and the other tracks, because actually there's a whole world of music, particularly in the prisons of London. Like, you know, you'll hear music from Sierra Leone, you'll hear music from Ireland, you'll hear reggae, you'll hear rap, you'll hear grime. And actually, you don't do any of that, do you? How would you describe your music?
Soulful singer.
Yeah.